Yo, guess who was awake nice and early today? She's wide awake! So I decided to make breakfast for both of us. Meanwhile, let me tell you how I got banned from working at Walmart. So I was in my early 20s and I had been in my corporate job for about 3 years. If you're a young person, I would not advise you to take a corporate job or any kind of desk job, at least for a few years after you graduate post secondary, because I'm telling you, it was a shock going from always being on the go as a student, meeting different people, and having different days, to suddenly I was taking one bus, having the same people every day going the same direction, sitting at a desk, pushing paper. So one day I had a random idea to start applying for part-time jobs for after my full-time job that had more of a customer service aspect to it. 'Cause at the time I was more social, more extrovert, I guess. So I started applying for Starbucks, coffee shops, various retail stores, including Walmart. About 2 weeks later, I got an interview from HR at Walmart asking me to come in for an interview for a cashier. I believe it was a group interview, and I got hired on the spot. So I did all the onboarding, submitted my paperwork, and then it was time for training. And guys, I have nothing but good things to say about the training at Walmart. They really make sure the employees know what they're doing. You sit in the back and you follow this interactive program, and they teach you different products like the different apples, the different lettuce, the different vegetables and fruits and different produce. And then you go through the security training, WSIB. And I find the most legit part of training is the way they help you to understand how to bag the groceries. At the time, it was plastic bags, so I'm not sure if it's the same way, but they want you to structure the bag so that you can fit in as many items as possible. But not just that, they want the bag to be very sturdy. So if there's walkers or people who are taking the bus, the bag won't collapse with all the items in there, right? So they teach you how to put the boxes in a certain way that it's going to support the rest of the items. And it's pretty good, actually. And to this day, I still pack my bags the same way they taught me at Walmart. Anyways, so I finished my training and I started as a cashier. And I actually enjoyed my time there. I enjoyed seeing different faces all the time. I enjoyed the fast paced environment. And I remember being very chatty with customers that come in to my line. Granted, I might have been a little slow because I'm always chatting, but I enjoyed just talking to people. I always received good feedbacks. The manager would come and always tell me how a customer would come and salute them on my customer service skills. But little did they know is because I was so lonely during the day that at night it was my chance to talk to people. So I actually enjoyed the human interactions. But I could see how you could be overworked as a full time employee because the environment is so fast paced and you're so clocked to the minute. You can't just walk in late. Even a few minutes, they'll see it, and you can't just take your breaks whenever you're hungry, you're tired. It's very fast paced, so you don't have a chance to just even relax. You're on your feet all day and you're paid like minimum wage. Yeah, I could see where it's tiring and why people could be grumpy. To me, this was a part-time job, so I was okay with it. I'm not sure about compensation, but I was making beans, but at the time I really wasn't there for the money. And I ended up working there for a few months. Fun fact, the busiest time of the year at Walmart is the Saturday between Good Friday and Easter Sunday. I'm telling you, everyone and their mom is there buying everything. I don't know why, because it's Easter. I thought it was supposed to be just chocolate, but it's gifts and teddy bears and cards and flowers and decorations. It's everything in the world. I don't know why people are buying like that, but it was interesting to see that. And it was non-stop that day. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so let me get to the good part of how I got banned. So I had applied for a post-secondary program and I received news that I had been accepted. The thing is that the course prerequisite was offered only in the summertime, which meant that my schedule would change. So at first, I tried to speak to someone over the phone about my situation, but they told me to come in. So when I saw someone in person, I was brought to the back and I explained my situation about how my schedule will basically change because of my class that I had to take. And the manager was not very flexible. He wasn't giving me much options except to resign. So I told him, all right, well, I guess I have no choice but to quit because I really need to take this course. It's unfortunate because I really like to work here. And the manager looked at me wide eyed and was like, do you realize what you're doing? Do you realize you could never work at another Walmart again? The way he said that made me question my whole life. But I was like, oh no, well, unfortunately, like, I have no choice. He was like, are you sure you want to do this? For a second, I almost doubted myself, but I told him, sorry, I really have to. So he put on the system how I quit, and I was banned. I'm low-key hoping they're gonna forget because I plan to work there when I'm in my 60s as a greeter.